Hello, friends and people of the internet. I'm BJ Jezbera, and this is the 15-Minute BJ. Welcome to the show, folks. If you're a new viewer checking this channel out for the first time, hey, how you doing? If you're a returning viewer, I know what you're probably thinking to yourself. You must be thinking, hey, isn't this guy supposed to be a cartoon or something? And yeah, that's because the last version of the show was an animated one. I would write, record, and hand draw every episode. Needless to say, that's a lot of work. I think I made it like 3 or 4 episodes. So bringing it back, this is going to be the new look. At the heart, though, it's still the same show. I want you to think of this kind of like a late-night talk show with the lowest imaginable budget, like less than 0. That's how low it is. Now, what does a late-night talk show have? They have fun segments, they have guest interviews, and they have live performances. We're going to have all of that in today's episode. Before we get to that, though, how about a little bit of a get to know me for the new people out there? My name is BJ Jezbera. I'm from Chula Vista, California. I'm a singer-songwriter and full-time musician. I also produce a podcast called Emo Brown. So if you want to check out my music or the Emo Brown podcast, I'll put the links to those in the description below, and you can find me on the internet. Now, moving forward, I will not be telling you this all the time. This is just for the first episode. So once again, if you want to check out my music or Emo Brown, I'll have those links down there. Also, I'm a live performer. I play all the time. I'm the house musician at the Tipsy Crow in San Diego. So if you want to find out where you can find me live, you can check my Instagram. I put all my shows, everything on there. You'll be able to find me and hopefully come see me at a show. Now, let's get into today's episode. I have a fantastic interview waiting for you guys. One of my favorite musicians, one of the hardest workers in San Diego music, and I'm very excited to get to you. Before we do, though, here's a quick word from our sponsors.
Come on out to Whiskey Dick's Western Spaghetti House, where we got the sloppiest meatballs with the limpest spaghetti slathered in the secret barbecue spaghetti sauce. Come on out and enjoy my Whiskey Dick spaghetti.
Thank you, Whiskey Dick's Western Spaghetti House. I appreciate you guys being the sponsor on today's episode, and we're going to move right along into the first segment, an interview with one of San Diego's hardest working musicians, one of my favorite people of all time. Let's check it out. All right, everyone. Today we are joined by a special guest, singer-songwriter BJ Jezbera, whose heartfelt sound blends storytelling with a raw, honest energy that has been catching attention. Welcome to the show, BJ. For people who might be new to your music, how would you describe your sound and what you're all about as an artist? Well, thanks for having me. It's an honor to be the first interview on this show. I hope I can get through without embarrassing myself. Now, let's see. Okay, my sound is rooted in the acoustic guitar, and I just like to say singer-songwriter because my style changes song to song. My music is a reflection of my life, and it helps me process what I'm going through. No worries, you're doing great already. Supernatural answer. I like that you said your style changes song to song. That's something a lot of artists shy away from, but it can make your catalog really dynamic. When you're writing, since you said your songs reflect your life, do you usually start with something that happened to you, like a specific moment or emotion, or do you find inspiration more from the sound first, like a guitar riff or a melody that sparks the lyrics? Probably 98% of my songs started with a guitar riff or a chord pattern, and then from there I find the melody and the sort of feeling to a song. But there are a couple times I was going through something specific and needed to get it out. I mean, songs like Matter of Time and I Go Down, those were guitar first, lyric second songs. And then songs like Victim of Wasted Time or Don't Go, which is soon to be recorded, those are more of an example of something where I was going through something at the moment and had to get it out. That's really cool. I love the balance between the guitar leading the way and the emotion stepping in when it needs to. It sounds like your guitar is kind of like a compass guiding you towards whatever you need to say. You mentioned Don't Go is about to be recorded. That's exciting. Can you tell me a bit about that song means to you or what was going on when you wrote it? Yeah, sure. It's a song about wishing people didn't leave. We have no control over what other people do. Ultimately, everyone's just doing what's best for them. But it's like a voicing of protest to somebody moving on. That's a really honest way to put it. A voicing of protest. I like that. It's such a universal feeling, too, wanting someone to stay even when you know you can't control it. Now, when you're writing something that raw, do you think about how listeners are going to relate to it, or are you mostly writing it just to express what you need to say, and whatever connection comes later is just a bonus? I'd be stoked if people connected to my songs in their own way. I wouldn't say I write it with anyone in mind, but I do feel like making music is my way of finding a place among other people. I don't like to bother people, so I usually keep to myself, but through music, it gives me a chance to belong at the party. That's such a beautiful way to put it. Music gives me a chance to belong at the party. That hits deep. It's like your songs are how you show up, even if you're more of an observer in the room. Now, I'm curious, when you do share those songs live, does performing feel like an extension of that connection, or does it feel like a totally different thing from the writing process? I would say writing feels more reflective and private, but to me, performing is cathartic and it's my chance to let loose. That makes total sense. Writing as reflection, performing as release. You can feel that energy shift when an artist goes from introspection to just letting it all go on stage. When you're in that moment performing, that cathartic space, what do you hope people in the crowd are feeling? Like, what do you want the shared energy between you and the audience to be about? My favorite shows to go to are the ones that everyone is singing along and invested in the moment. That's how I would like to see my crowd one day. That's the dream right there. That moment when the crowd becomes part of the song, it's like everyone's carrying it together. Let's talk about that one day. You've clearly got vision and heart in what you do. Now, where do you see your music going over the next year or so? Any goals, releases, or milestones that you're hoping to hit? In the next year, there'll be more music released and hopefully a string of shows to support it. My goal is to put out at least 2 EPs and spend some time on the road promoting it. A milestone I've set for myself is 12 gigs around town each month, consistently, as well as get my guitar education program off the ground. I'm starting a program called South Bay Guitar Collective, and what I'm going to be doing is going around to elementary schools and anywhere basically that they need a music lesson and try to teach group lessons for kids. Wow, that's a solid plan and really balanced too. You're building both sides of your world, the artist who's releasing and performing and the mentor who's giving back through music education. That's powerful. And what's cool is it all ties together. Performing, teaching, writing, they're all different expressions of connecting through music. Now, before we wrap up, I've got to ask you one of my favorite closer questions. If someone had only one song by BJ Jezbera that they could hear to really get who you are as an artist, which song would you want them to hear and why? One song. Wow, that's a toughie. Of my recorded songs so far, I would say Pump the Brakes is probably the most honest representation of who I am. A lifelong partier learning to slow down and grow up just a little. That's a great pick. Pump the Brakes sounds like the kind of song a lot of people could see themselves in. There's something timeless about that theme, learning when to hit pause, when to grow, when to keep the good parts of who you are, but evolve a little bit. Now, before we close, I just want to say it was awesome talking with you. You've got that mix of honesty and self-awareness that make an artist's story really stick. And for everyone listening who wants to follow your journey or keep up with what you've got coming up next, where's the best place they can find you? All right, well, you can find me on Instagram. cvbj.music is where you'll find me. That's where I post all the information relating to my shows or any upcoming music, as well as Emo Brown, the podcast. You can find me on that every week. So find Emo Brown on Instagram or wherever you find your podcasts. Well, thank you very much, BJ Jezbera. It's been a pleasure interviewing you, and I hope to see more from you in the future. Thank you for having me. It's been a pleasure, and I hope to see you again soon. What an interview with San Diego's hardest working musician, me. I'm just kidding, ladies and gentlemen. That was just a fun little bit. Before we get out of today's episode, I've got some shows to promote, and then I'm going to do a live performance for you guys. Coming up this month in November 20th, you can catch me at the Tipsy Crow, 7 p.m. Then I'm going on a little road trip. You can catch me in Arizona at Bisbee. I'll be at the Bisbee Badassery on November 22nd, as well as Gene's Place, a doubleheader that day. On the 11/23, I will be at the Hitching Post in Bisbee. Then I come home, and I'll be playing the Tipsy Crow some more, the 28th, 29th, and 30th. You can catch me there. So please check me out at one of those live shows. Definitely the Tipsy Crow. That is my home. If you guys ever want to see me doing my thing, Tipsy Crow is where I recommend you do it. That's the best place to catch me. Thank you guys for checking out this episode. Here's a quick performance from my favorite musician, again, me. Hi, I'm BJ Jezbera. This is my song, Pump the Brakes. I know I've been a dickhead lately. I haven't walked the line, but having fun and dying happy is all that's ever on my mind. I party like a rock star. I drink all day and drink all night. I smash a table with my own face. Wake up the next day feeling fine. But I know when I wake up, I'll open up my eyes and realize just who I've become, because I make the same mistakes that I tell myself I think it's time to bump the brakes. I drink a gallon of whiskey, smoke like a blind. I forget to call my girlfriend, but it happens all the time. I know I've been a moron lately. No, I've been a jerk. I never meant to make you hate me. I never meant to make you hurt. But I know when I wake up, I'll open up my eyes and realize just what I've become because I make the same mistakes. And I tell myself I think it's time to bump the brakes. Then I tell myself it's time to bump the brakes. Then I tell myself it's time. Hot tour. I've been a dickhead lately. I haven't walked the line. But if I ask you to forgive me, would you do it one more time? Cause I know when I wake up, I'll open up my eyes and realize just what I've become because I make the same mistakes. And I tell myself I think it's time to bump the brakes. Then I tell myself it's time to bump the brakes. I tell myself it's time for 2 more drinks. Thank you very much, and thank you for watching the 15-Minute BJ.